Okay, we made cups last Monday night, and now we're at the next step where we're going to trim those cups and put handles on them. So the first step is we're going to center the cup back on the wheel so we can trim the bottom, put a little foot on it. You notice I've taken the bat off because the wheel head has concentric rings on it, and they're going to help us with our centering. So I'm going to center my cup inside the smallest ring till it's pretty well the same distance all the way around, and I'm just going to check it by spinning it around slowly and using my needle tool. And I see I've got one spot that's a little bit wider than the other, so I'm going to move that to the middle and check it again. And I'm centered, so I'm going to take 3 small pieces of clay about the size of a pecan and put them, and I'm going to push down to the wheel head and not against the pot so I don't deform the lip of the pot. And I'm going to put these 3 pieces of clay to hold the cup in place while we trim it. Okay, these are the tools we'll be using in trimming: a Kemper loop tool, a small trimming tool, a needle tool, and a wooden stick. So I'm going to start out with the loop tool. I'm going to spin this around, and speed again is the faster you spin the pot when you're trimming, the less likely you're going to have chatter. So I'm going to spin that fairly fast, keeping a little pressure down with my hand, and keeping my hands locked together, and just trim that bottom flat to begin with. Now I'm going to take some off, and remember I talked about dry foot. So I'm going to take this off and start shaping what's going to be my dry foot. Cup got a little dry on me last night. Okay, so now I've got it centered, and I'm going to check my center again with my needle tool. Make a small adjustment so that we're centered on the wheel like we should be. And I'm going to smooth that bottom again. Move this up here, and then we're ready to make our foot. So I'm going to take this square end of the tool, and I'm going to make a line about a 1/4 inch in from the edge of that ring, and then I'm going to take the round edge and I'm just going to clean the middle of this out. This is why remember I told you to leave a little extra clay in the bottom of your cup so that you have enough clay to put a little foot on it. Even the bottom up one more time. Take my wooden tool, just kind of clean the tool marks off of this. Use my finger on the inside of that to take out the tool marks. And we have a cup with a little foot that's ready to put a handle on. Good. Okay, let's go. All right, now this I'm going to show you a way that all good potters make handle. It's called pulling a handle. What I've got is just a random piece of clay, and I'm throwing it down and elongating it back towards me to make a kind of a cone-shaped piece that we're going to pull our handle out of. So this is just a bucket of water. What I'm going to do is grab onto that and start stroking down. If you ever milked a cow, you'd be a whiz at this. because it's the same motion that's used milking cows. Pulling down and squeezing, pulling down and squeezing. As you do that, you start to stretch the clay into a handle. It's longer and thinner. You get a lump at the bottom, just pinch it off. Pull it, stretch it. You see it's starting to get a nice taper to it in both directions. And what I like to do is take my thumb now and put a little decorative groove down the middle of it. And now I'm going to hang it over the edge of the table just like that so it can set that little bit of curve in it. Okay, this is the cup that I threw last night and I've just trimmed. And I'm going to pick a spot, and like I said, this cup is designed for the handle spring from here to here. So I'm going to take my needle tool and score a spot to loosen up that clay so we get a good adhesion. And then directly down from it, I'm going to do the same thing. Add just a touch of water. So we got a good gooey spot to stick our handle to. Now I'm going to take this handle and I'm going to cut it right here parallel with the ground. So what that's done is giving me an angle cut on my handle. So I'm going to take that angle cut, go to where I scored it, and I'm just going to take that clay and mash it on there. So I get it stuck real good. Then I'm going to take it, flip it over, measure the length of my handle and pinch it off. And that's a basic handle. Up here I've got a little bit of a groove, so I'm going to take just a small piece of clay, put it in there to fill that groove for a little bit of strength. And then I like to add just a tiny bit of decoration, so I'm going to make 4 little balls of clay. And I'm going to put one here, one here, here, one here, and just a little twist of the needle tool, and we have a finished cup.